Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, done with that for this morning. Well, I am in a pre-market short, so that one's not a get-in-sync candidate. We do have a get-in-sync candidate on soybeans. Nine o'clock start. We pick up this short on crude. Goes for target 1 of 19 ticks. And set position 2, the target 2 position, stops out on the trailer at 79.76 from the entry at 79.84. So we get 19 on target 1 and 8 on the trailer, 27 in the morning, and 1 and done. Unleaded, a little bit more. Well, let's see. Nope, the short had gone too far. So our first trade is the long. That stops and reverses at 568. So we go 592 to 568, 24 ticks, so down 48. We have an entry at 606 and a trailer at trailing stop at 607. So 607 is the entry. That's a full stop out on the stop and reverse for 35 ticks, so down 118. Target 1 traders pick up 45 on that trade, plus trailing out at 624 from 607, 17. So target 1 traders pick up 62, and so you're down 56. Yeah, 56. Target 2 traders pick up only 34, just 17 tick trailer times 2 positions, and you're down 84. Then we pick up a short, and just about to open. Market's just about to open. And good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Miles. Good morning, Robert. So we pick up the entry at 619. That also gives us a target 1. This one's 46 ticks. So you were down 56, you're down 10 now. Trailer is 611 from 619.8. Target 1 traders are down 2. Target 2 traders picking up another 16 off of that. So you're at 68. And ultimately we get YM is flat. Soybeans 7 seconds to, and we go on beyond, so that trade's off the table. Pick up a target 2 here of 71 ticks. That's going to put target 2 positive, 46 ticks for target 1. And trailing out at 644 from our entry at 621, another 23 ticks. So target 1 and target 2 traders get positive. Just took a little while to do it. Target 1 traders solid 40, 46 and 23. And we were down 2. So target 1 traders get 67 ticks on the morning. Target 2 traders picked up 94, and we were down 68. So you pick up 20 something, and that completes. All right, we have another no trade. We have a no trade on soybeans, and we now have a short setup, probably avoidable so far. I'd move the entry to 57, and there it goes. So in it from 57. No, that's not right. I'm sorry, in it from 14. And YM approaching money management. There's money management. Target 1 has hit for 36 ticks at 34,480. Stop now at 511. Ooh, that looks like it very likely. I have to look at that one. That's either a no trade or a full loss on the Russell. There is the Emmet Micro NQ. But we aren't. Yeah, we'd already hit money management before our start time. So that is a no trade. Pound Aussie gets a long trade that hits all 4 targets. Plenty of time to get in that, and trails out at 814. Now we have a long trade on the Russell. Triggers in. YM, one and done. Trailing out at 507 from 514. 7 ticks on the trailer. 30, actually, let's see. 34, so 41 ticks, and done on the YM, and a long on soybeans. Micro NQ is flat. The micro Russell is long. YM trying to push through the 50 and the 200 here. And the micro Russell trying to go up and test its session highs. And the micro NQ pushing downward. So divergence between the micro NQ and the YM. And the micro Russell isn't sure which way it wants to go at the moment. Micro NQ just coming off a session high set right around pre-market open this morning. Okay, Russell, it's like hitting target 1. We need 2 ticks beyond that, so we need 74 flat, not quite there yet. 14 tick minimum for break even there. So still full risk on the long trade. Soybeans, micro Russell, and the micro NQ, M2K, MNQ, and ZS, or just S on TradeStation, I believe it is. And a full stop out in the micro Russell. Short trade now. $69.9. Hitting the stop, but has not hit the entry, so the trade is still valid at the moment. Soybeans trying to fight up to target 1 at 66 3/4. From 64 1/4. And hitting the entry on the micro Russell, that is a valid trade. Hit the stop before hitting the entry, so the trade is valid. This one will have to be tracked manually. There's target 1. Need 3 more ticks. Need to get down to 68.5. We got to 68. 1 tick away again. And there's money management. Stop comes to 69.8 and pushes on through target 3 for win number 1. And hits target 4. So we're now trailing $69.4. Micro NQ still pushing down, but no trades. Soybean still trying to reach target 1. Got within 2 ticks. Looks like we're going to be at 69.1 on the stop for the micro Russell. And soybeans testing the 50 and 200 EMAs, pulling back at the crossover. 50 crossing above the 200, pulling back to test. And a stop and reverse short. That's going to be at 61.25. Still in the long at the moment. Yep, 69.1 for the micro Russell stop. And we got there. So stopping out at 69.1, just above the 50 EMA. Long trade on the micro NQ. Looks like it may have touched. Don't know if you're already in that or not, but if not, I'd push it to 47 flat, and you're in it now. And short on soybeans. So that ends up being a loss from 64.25 to 61.25, 3 points. Times 4 positions, so you're down 12 points. $48 ticks. We'll have to see what we pick up. We've got 14 ticks to target 1, 22 to target 2. Micro NQ stalling at the 50 EMA. And good morning, Krista. All right, quick morning for most of our charts. YM was one and done. Crude was one and done. Unleaded took a few trades, but it got positive. Micro NQ on its first trade, taking some heat right now. We definitely had one loss, possibly two on the Micro Russell before getting a solid target 3, 4, and a trail. That short trade valid because it hit as we were watching, hit the stop before coming down to hit the entry, so it's a valid trade. The calculator didn't know whether to track it or not because it hit both the stop and entry on the same bar. So the calculator didn't track, but manually that is a valid trade. Soybeans down 48 ticks. Trying to work its way down. Micro NQ, a couple of closes above the 50, but now pulling back below again. Sellers don't seem to be quite ready to let that bounce yet. This could very well be a reaction move. Before another leg down. Stop and reverse saved us some there. That would have been a full loss. Good morning, Mark. Micro NQ, definitely not sure where it's going at this point. Soybeans trying to get down to a 14 tick target 1, and there it is. So 14 ticks down now, just 34. Actually, no, we had a 2-tick adjustment, so that's just 12. Be 12, 20, and 28 because of our stop and reverse adjustment. So that will bring our stop to 61 flat. And we did finally stop out of the Micro NQ and we transitioned to short at 028.5. And taking some heat on that now too. Tug of war on the micro NQ. Trying to determine a direction. Pound Aussie with a one and done session, all 4 targets and a trailing up just above target 2. No new trades yet on the micro Russell. Micro Russell going through the session open now. Headed to the downside. Setting a session high about looks like right around pre-market open. And now less than an hour and a half later, it's down below the session open. Soybeans continuing to try to push down, getting to 56 3/4. Target 2 is at 56 1/4, so 2 ticks away. That would be another 20 ticks and would leave us down 16. So we'd need a trailer at 8 ticks to get break even, 9 to get positive. Assuming we get to target 2. And money management on the micro NQ. Stop to 28 1/4. 1 tick away on soybeans. Getting down to 56 1/2. And there is target at 56 1/4. So that's another 20 ticks. We're down 16. Stop still at 61 flat. Although it's about to start trailing down. And the micro Russell now setting a new session low within an hour and a half of setting a session high. Micro NQ trying to work down to target 2. That would be a winning trade. Stops on the soybeans trade still at 61 flat. And we're under 4 minutes away from the 10 a.m. crude session. Get in sync candidate there so far to the long side. Looks like soybean stop is going to come down to 60 and a half. So I pick that's 2 ticks. We need 9 to get positive. Or a target 3 will do it as well. Looks like we'll come down another tick on close of this bar. So that'll give us 3 ticks in hand. We need another 6 to get positive for POQ. Micro NQ, still looking for target 2. And now when we go to the short side with our potential get in sync trade on crude from 80.08, I would push that down to 80.07. I'm not willing to go to 04 or even work, because you've got spike, this swing low at 803, and so you're right at and almost in it. Target 2 on the micro NQ. That's going to be a winning trade. So now where does soybeans go? Okay, into our session on the 10 a.m. crude chart, 10 a.m. crude mini session. And soybeans at 60 and a quarter now. $59.50 would be the next one. That's 3 more ticks. Crude pushing down. Entry at 807. Make it push down through the swing down. And we are at 59.50, 59.5 now on soybeans. 6 of our 9 ticks in hand, so 3 more ticks on the trailer and we will get to POQ. Need to get to 58 3/4. At present, we would go to 59 flat, just 1 tick away. That would put us dead even. And crude picking up a long trade. Ten ticks to target 2, so a minimum trade. Targets 2 and 3. All right, 59 flat. If we can get a down close here, we'll go to 58.5, which will get us to POQ. An up close will close above, at or above the signal line, so would not move the stop down. And that did not move the stop down. I don't understand why. Looks like it's going to go to 57 3/4. If we get in, let's see, 57 1/4. And we need 1 more tick down before it will definitely move down. Yeah, that one should have moved down. I would have the stop at 58.5, and that would be POQ. And we did pick up target 2 and came back and stopped out at 22 for the break even. So 10, 11 ticks, 1 and done session. So crude done with 10 a.m. session. Okay, I would still keep 58.5 for the soybean stop on the close of this bar, because standard stop move would move it down to 57.75, which is where it's come up to twice already. And yeah, maybe move it down to 58.25. But it's enough to be POQ anyway. Okay, stopping out on the break-even stop and transitioning to long on the micro NQ. So back to the long side of the micro NQ. Okay, 57.75 is the plotted stop. I would maintain 58.5 because of these two spikes to 58. We did get target 3. No, that's target 2, excuse me. Now we're starting to push toward target 3. 54.25. Missed it by a tick. Stop is at 57 flat. And that's a good stop placement as far as I'm concerned. That's still 2.5 points of risk for that one tick. If it comes back down, I would mark it out of that one position, leave the trailing position in place. And a full loss on the micro NQ and a short trade on the micro Russell. Nine seconds on the bar after setup. 56.75 for the stop, and we did hit target 2 or target 3. So that's another 28. And we're now plus 12. Plus what? And we'll add whatever we get on the trailer. So two targets to POQ, or two trades to POQ's new session low on soybeans. Okay, we need another 4 ticks. Looks like we got as low as 54.4. We need to get to 54 flat for money management. And a full stop out. So that is at least, now we got to go back and look at the first trade. see if we got it we're in that trade or not. Way back here. There's the trade. So our entry was up here. We touched it in the first 4 seconds, so we did touch the entry, but we would not have been able to make that trade, and it stopped out. So that's a no trade. So now we have 2 losses and a winner. And we have another. No, we don't. All right. 2 losses on the Micro Russell. 2 losses and a win on the Micro NQ. Soybeans still trailing 56.5. And we're plus 12, 61.25, 4 3/4 points on the trailer. So we're going to be positive by 7 points on the day, at least. Actually, we've already got 7 3/4 points in hand with the current stop. All right, Micro NQ, Micro Russell, and soybeans is still active, but that's only to complete the trade. We definitely are going to be POQ on this trade. YM with a new session low. Micro NQ or Micro Russell with a new session low. Micro NQ actually I think is still in positive territory. Yeah, still in positive territory this morning. Looks like soybeans will come down to 56.25. Stayed at 56.50. I don't understand that. Yeah, I would call that 56.25. Soybeans pushing to new session lows again at 53 flat. Kind of a noisy morning on the YM, but it's moving downward overall. Micro Russell also moving downward, although right now it's moving up off the session lows. Micro NQ sideways. It's a little bit of quite a bit of a sawtooth, but overall sideways. Bounced off the 200 EMA. 5 after 10. Soybeans kind of running out of steam right now. Getting a lot of zebra stripes. Now that just doesn't make any sense at all. Stop should be down at 56 flat. All right, Micro NQ and Micro Russell with short trades. Was marking that up so I remember to talk to Will about that. On the soybeans chart, money management on the Micro Russell. Well, I say so. Yeah, it got there. So the stop is at 56.8. Looking for target 3 at 54.3. Alright, now it moves down. Soybeans at 55.25. All right, targets 3 and 4 on the Micro Russell. Stop still. It's like stop is still at 56.8. Looks like it should come down on the close of this. Well, nope, not now. Well, yeah, and stops out at break even. At the break even stop, didn't have a chance to come down. Okay, 54 flat on soybeans. 53.25. Turning out to be a good day on soybeans. Trailer now exceeding target 3. 53.25 by a full point. So 32 ticks. Eight points on the trailer. And we were already +3, so we're going to be at least an 11-point trade. Micro NQ with the money management, 25 1/4 for the trailing stop. $53 flat for soybeans now. There's a 2 wins, 2 losses on the micro Russell. Can take up to 2 more trades there. Target 2 win on the micro NQ, so that's 2 wins and 2 losses there as well. And now trailing 07.5 on the micro NQ stop. Micro NQ still short. Micro Russell flat. And soybeans still short, trailing at 13.53 flat. 1.75 on the micro NQ. Stop moving down. Have a good one, Pamela. Have a good afternoon. One quick note, for next week, I will be dark on Tuesday. I have a medical procedure Tuesday morning, so I will not be in the room. Nothing serious, just routine diagnostic. $9.90 for this micro NQ stop. Micro NQ now going down through the session open. Getting a close below and bouncing back above. 52.75 for the soybeans stop. $52 flat. I might push that up to 52.25 and swing high. And all the way down to 50.75 now. $10.5 points on the trailer. $50.25. $11 points. 14 points on the morning. This is turning into a really, really nice trade. Even with the initial loss, it's going to be a $700 plus trade. It's $700 if we stop out right here. And the micro NQ taking heat at $9.90.25. And stopping out at $9.90.25. Picking up targets 2, 3, and 4. So a solid trade there for the second win. So far, definitely positive on the day. 2 wins, 2 losses on the micro NQ. Long trade on the micro Russell. Time to get in that. Yep, there's plenty of time to get your order in. And a long trade on the micro NQ as well. Push down below the moving averages, so now it's going to have to push back through them again to be successful on this trade. bouncing off the session open. And triggering in the micro NQ, just touching the entry. So micro Russell and the micro NQ are both long on their, and both on trade number 5. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Krista. And yet, nothing to worry about. It's just a normal diagnostic procedure when you get to be my age. I've been pretty healthy overall. This will only be the second time I've been under general anesthesia, so in my life. And the first time I was knocked out was for wisdom tooth extraction. So I've been pretty healthy overall. Up until next Tuesday, that was my only, Robert. They were half erupted, and that was like in my late 40s, early 50s. So that wasn't but just 13, 14 years ago. Anytime you go under anesthesia, there are risks. I know, because I watched my mom. She broke a hip, and when they put her under to repair it, she never really came out of the anesthesia for almost 4 months. And it finally cleared up, because she was just totally out of it. You know, she was awake and alert, but she memory and recognition just weren't there. But that was it. Around 80, 83, somewhere in there. But when we started to look back on it, we realized that she was had been showing symptoms of dementia before that, but that really kicked it off. Now, did we? Yep, we just touched the stop on that long, on the micro NQ, and that will take us out. So that is trade loss number 3. That ends that session. Micro Russell is still surviving in its long. Stop out here will also end that session. So that's probably going to be somewhere close to a break-even session on the micro NQ. But Wednesday and Thursday next week should be normal schedule. All right, 48, 49 and a quarter on the soybean stop. 12 points, $750 now on that trade, or on that session. Even with the loss, 15-point gain. With the stop and reverse. Micro NQ back at the entry. I'm sorry, not Micro NQ, Micro Russell. All right, 1349 flat. I would say that's supposed to be at 48 3/4. And stopping out 3/4 or 49, so 15 1/4, 15 1/2 points, depending on where you had your stop on the session. Nice day. So micro Russell, the only thing left, trying to reach money management at 58.3. And there is, well, okay, that's target 1. We need 14 ticks. Target 1 is 12. So we actually need to get 58.5. Need to touch the 50 EMA before we come to break even. And having some trouble. There it is. So come to break even at 57.2. All right. There's target 2. And make this win number 3 if we can get to target 3. Micro NQ and the YM both looking upward as well. That bodes well for our micro Russell trade. Trying to clear the 50 EMA on the micro Russell. Just a matter of patience at this point. We're in at least a break-even position. Stops at 57.2. $59.6. We're looking for $59.8. 2 ticks away. If we get one more of those and it's hesitant at all, I would look to mark it out of one position. That would be a place to use the dome. Put your single position quantity on that with no ATM strategy attached to be able to close out of one position, and then of course you'd take your target order off, you'd cancel your target order. I am hesitating around its 50 EMA also. All right, and still working on that 50 EMA, as is the YM. All right, it's 11 o'clock. I'd like to wrap that micro Russell up, but I have to call it a morning. We will see everybody tomorrow, 9:30, and I'll see several of you in the CEO Trader Mastermind session at office hours in about an hour. You're most welcome, Krista. Looks like we've got just some wait and see here. Micro Russell and the Micro NQ so far pretty much break even today. Micro NQ is done. Micro Russell can take one more trade beyond this one. Whatever happens with this one. We will see everybody tomorrow. Looks like it might stop out. Yep, it stopped out at break even. So that's our first break even of the day for the Micro Russell. 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 break even, 1 more trade to go. And that's where we'll leave the session. Everybody have a good one, and we will see you tomorrow at 9:30 Eastern Time. Until then.